David Banter.
Hey, it's the David Banter podcast. We have a special song for you all. And it goes, shit, motherfucker, like hell no. You dusty ass crackers can't suck my balls. Say you can suck my balls. You can suck my balls. Ain't shit, motherfucker, like hell no. You dusty ass cracker can't suck my balls. You can suck my balls. SALIH, tell them something.
I ain't got that for.
I've been going a long time. Me and my pig had sex. I don't eat no pig, but my cow likes to rub my neck. Yeah! Sometimes I stand up, sometimes I fall. But even when I'm down on the motherfucking ground, these crackers can suck my balls. Hell shit, motherfucker, like hell no. You dusty ass crackers can't suck my balls. Hell yeah, you can suck my balls. You can suck my balls. And Regina says she don't give a shit. And for you dusty ass cracker, lick a tit.
No, she didn't.
Hey B, give him a solo. Suck my balls. Suck my balls. You dusty ass crackers. You can suck my balls. And every time we think about slavery, we gon' kick your ass. And Lee said he fuck your daughter for a reason, get her pregnant and she have a black kid. Go Lee!
That's kinda true. Little pink toe.
You know what I'm talking about. Hey, B, say something to the mic.
What's up?
Tell me your name, bro. What you do for a living?
My name is Brandon A. Thomas, and I make music for a living, and I play guitar specifically.
So he was basically the guitarist over most of the God Box. You killed it, like you gave it a spirit, bro, and you strange as fuck.
Yeah,
Similar to me, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. That's why we kindred spirits like that. But it's an honor to play on that, man. Like,
Oh,
I'm
man,
so proud that I got to be a part.
It was dope, man, and I appreciate that. Like, bro, like a lot of people don't understand when it comes to me musically. I've never been classically trained, so I have to give references, and I never forget when I gave that police reference. I was like, bro, I want something that feel policey, and that's so general because they got a million hit songs, bro. You went straight to the feel, you know, that I needed, and
incredible record.
you smashed this shit, dog.
It was already smashing. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just put a little sauce on it. It was smashing to begin with.
I appreciate it. So today, bro, just as you hear us talk, you know, I want you to get that guitar, the electric guitar out, bro.
I got that too. I got that. I brought
Give me
both.
some, yeah.
I brought both.
So like, as you set up, you can go back and forth. You ain't bothering nobody. So we're gonna start off today. First of all, man, crazy shit happened this morning. Me and Scott. First of all, I was late. I was actually an hour.
Always.
I'm not late that much.
Not to a business meeting,
and I'm always on time with y'all checks.
Correct. Early.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, give me that
early.
Yeah, I usually pay early.
Yes,
That's
I
right.
said early.
No argument there.
And extras.
And extras.
Shut.
And gifts.
Regina, but
you
for real.
got my closet looking real nice.
Oh, man. We won't tell people that. That ain't their
I'm talking
business.
about my J's, man. Hey, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Like, you know what's crazy, though? Today, me and Scott, so we were late, and
You were late. I was ready.
I got a I got a Range Rover for about a week. And that motherfucker, what you go ahead? What you gonna say?
Nothing.
That motherfucker was went on flat with us trying to get here. And what's crazy, as fast as I drive, the tire didn't blow until we got into the office parking lot. And I told Scott. Scott was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Man, fuck that shit. Long as it lasts to Friday."
That bitch didn't last another 10
I
minutes.
don't give a fuck. And then the tire exploded. We backed it up. Scott called the Uber. So we went downstairs for the Uber. Then, right before the fucking Uber canceled. And then guess what? One of our friends happened to be passing by, seriously. And we were like, yo, what the fuck? jumped in the car, got here. Anything different would have happened, it would have
been
fucked up the
5
whole
seconds
day.
difference. We wouldn't have had her.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how we start our Regina. Anything special happen with you? Hold on, let me see something.
Hey.
What are you doing?
They need to follow up.
Hey, go Regina, go Regina, go
I know
Regina.
you're not a one-hit wonder.
Go Regina,
Come
go
on.
Regina.
Come on.
Give me some like that.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Lecrae.
Now let's see if I can remember the rest.
Lecrae.
How Can He Love Jesus? Kanye and K-Dot. Martin, Malcolm, and Luther. Mitsubishi and Maybach. Contradictory? Nah, it's complimentary. Understanding me ain't for the simple and elementary. Oh, might go over some heads. Oh, I came from being government fed. Could be running from feds, but now I give the government bread. Cause you playing back the words that I said. Man, it's crazy.
Go Lecrae, go Lecrae, go Lecrae, and Regina. Go Lecrae, go Lecrae, go Lecrae, and Regina. Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
Oh shit, son! SALIH!
Hey, listen. Talking smart to a pimp, you done broke the first rule. I'ma come to your job, I'ma act a damn fool. If your boss walk in, I'ma play it off cool. If you step in our biz, I'ma smack his ass too. I'm done.
Yeah.
SALIH,
What
what's up
up?
with you this? Like, what you been up to?
Man, I've been cooling, man. Shit been, getting through some things personally, but, it's all good.
We like to say thank you, bro, because to be honest with you, bro, like, we didn't talk about this last week because it was just so rough, man. We were going to cancel the segment because of what had happened to you. Because you remember we had talked about doing the death episode like 2 weeks, a week before, and shit just started happening.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we've been talking about this lately, man, how the stuff that we've been talking about on the show has been coming true. So
$1
like,
billion.
we gonna get $1 billion, yo.
That would be
$1 billion.
Dirtbag.
$4 billion.
Dirtbag KORI is coming up with his own line of see-through rubbers.
They got spikes on them.
It's almost like they're not there.
Low profile.
Low profiles.
Low pros.
Dirtbag KORI.
What's up?
Man, you gotta come, bro, come on,
Hey,
say some
no,
shit.
but hold on, wait. Corey, will you be in a dirtbag at homecoming? Please let me know.
Hey, man, I actually didn't go out and really partake in homecoming. I had to work all weekend.
Oh, man.
Corey.
I'd have been a dirtbag for you if I was
But
here.
tell
down
us
there.
about your girlfriend then, since you...
Oh, she's great.
Talk to us. Tell us about her.
Huh?
Why her?
Why her? I don't know. We just clicked. We got the vibe. Oh, that's what we doing?
Go ahead, Corey, talk.
That's what we doing?
Love you.
We need to snap our fingers.
Yeah.
Nah, she's great. She's a great girl.
Oh, shit!
Give it up for her, Corey. What I'm talking about.
Dirtbag KORI's in love. He wants to be touched in places that no one has ever touched before.
Just sphincter.
R&B band.
What? KORI, talk about her. How does she make you feel? Seriously.
Nah, she makes me feel good. Like, it took me a minute to get to that space where I was like, okay, I can be with a girl, but be with one person. But yeah, it just
Keep up the tempo.
it just took it took that right one that we just clicked. Hey.
But you gotta keep talking, KORI.
Yeah, you fucked that up. That was jamming.
That was jamming.
Come on, KORI. KORI, don't be a dirtbag.
This your chance
Does
to
she
win
accept
it
you?
all back from all the
Does she
bullshit.
accept you for the dirtbag that you are,
Or
Corey?
that you were.
Listen, I was
Does she
never a
complete
fully
you?
dirt.
Oh, that's some bullshit. KORI, don't lie to the homies. Oh, he in the court store dumping on fuse. Oh,
You ain't whore. You ain't whore. You ain't whore. Get out the court.
Get out the court. Leave the burger on the seat, homie.
I want a double
don't-
burger with cheese, nigga.
Come on. One time, bro. One time, bro.
One time?
One time.
I went to the store and the fool stepped on my sneaker, then start pouring more salt all over me.
Oh, I know what we should talk about.
What's up?
Man, the event that I had.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yo,
dope.
let me tell y'all something, man. I had an event in New York in Harlem, and my name was on the marquee of
The Apollo
the
Theater.
Apollo
Theater.
Theater, me and T.I. And it was just a dope feeling, man. It was dope, man. Pack house, I think it was sold out.
Sold out.
You know,
People down the block.
yeah.
reading the interpretation of Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Us with a jazz band. Shit was dope. Yeah, at the Apollo, so you know what I'm saying? It had that real organic feel to it.
Yeah, man, and
Joe Morton, Lynn Whitfield, Banter, T.I., then they had a group of people. I wasn't really familiar with them, but some activists spoke as well, so it was dope.
It was really, really dope. It was like a cross between a play, fucking poetry reading.
Spoken word.
And I don't know, they was like that. They had the live band in the back playing, and then I didn't know this because we were standing this way, but they, like, let's say we would talk about what happened to Mike Brown. They were playing
they were flashing
clips.
imagery up on the walls
Oh,
behind
that's
them.
dope. That's dope.
The shit was dope, man. And me and Scott, we fucking missed the whole end of it. Cause me and Scott so used to bouncing.
Yeah, we done ran out the back door, dove in the sprinter.
And dipped.
And missed everybody.
Everybody, all the press, everything. Oh, David Banter acted funny. I said, I didn't know. I'm talking, we dipped.
Gone.
And then we, me and Tip had a meeting afterwards. So just show you how shit go, Tip decided to go to another restaurant, and me and Scott took the car. We got dropped off over there. Tip said he was at another restaurant, but by that time it started raining. Me and Scott just dipped out and walked to the hotel. That's how it was when I lived in New York. Like, I'm from the country. I ain't flagging motherfuckers down. I don't like waiting and shit. I just walk.
You be dipping.
But I have always been that way.
Still are.
Huh? What's funny?
Think about that. When we was in New York that time, that's
But what I do?
what we did.
What did we? I don't remember.
We just was like, fuck it. It was back at the hotel.
I was gonna say dip.
Yeah, we skated out.
Oh, and then this was what was crazy. Now this shit felt like tour time. Oh, I ain't gonna talk about
That would be you, Mr. Banter.
Lavelle Moten. What up with? Hey, bro, we are on my podcast right now, and your voice is on the motherfucking mic.
Oh, hey, what's happening, everybody?
What's going on?
Tell them what you doing, bro.
Who, me?
They just want to be playing basketball. I mean, the team's supposed to be playing. Tell them what you do for a living, for what school.
Oh, man, North Carolina Central, man. Lavelle Moten, man. And, you know, so y'all shout me out. It's just like that, man. I don't want to interrupt the podcast. I know you got money to go get.
Sing a New Edition song real quick.
Oh.
Man, stop playing, man. Stop playing.
I even saw his son killing it.
Hey,
Man.
look, man, I need to, I'm doing your flight for the, my Teen Summit thing. So, Tuesday.
Don't tell don't tell. Well, you want to tell people? Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, huh?
No, I don't want to put the business out
What,
there.
Regina? What?
But if it's okay with you,
Oh,
Tuesday?
Regina says she don't want me to die.
okay. So we work that out.
I'll call you when we get out the phone. I mean, off the podcast.
All right, what's happening, Regina?
What's up? Thanks for holding that.
All right.
All right.
So what did we do? What did we do
You
wrong?
remember what we did?
I don't remember. I'm serious.
We didn't do nothing wrong. They wanted us to be like we did something wrong.
I don't remember.
They had the driver. You remember?
That's not a big enough hint, Lee.
I got my damn arm took off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we can't talk about that shit. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else we want to talk about? Oh, we done with the icebreaker.
Yes.
Yeah, we good.
All right, so now we going to go to the Black Business Highlight. Welcome to the David Banter Podcast.
That's a nice shirt.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Tell them your name and what your business is and how you feeling and all of that. Let me help you. You can just start talking.
Well, first of all, thank you for an opportunity you afforded us to come here and speak today about our business. We appreciate what you do in terms of our culture, in terms of your activism and providing a platform for all of us. My business is HABANOS Cigar Lounge. I've been in restaurant hospitality for 25 years and worked in New York, worked in Atlanta, has worked in D.C. This has been my home, and HABANOS Cigar Lounge is located in the historic Arts District of Castleberry Hill. Most people in Atlanta know it is Peter Street, but it is the historic Castleberry Hill neighborhood. And our mantra is taking your experience to a level of art. I fancy myself as a professional drinker and smoker, so I am sort of in part.
What kind of smoke?
Professional of premium cigars. That is.
I was just making sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And by the way, there's a lot of brands on the market now that are doing like CBD infused.
Do you partake in those?
I have done a test run. There's a couple of them that you have to clear your schedule for. Absolutely. Cigars are relaxing anyway, but to add 100 milligrams of CBD
it doesn't hurt at all, does it?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir. So again, it's around education. It's around providing a platform for people to understand a little bit more around cocktails, around pairing of cocktails with cigars, and just creating a thoughtful space where people can feel comfortable and taken care of. I know for my experience, it is very challenging us serving us. So I take pride in providing exceptional service.
When you say us serving us, is it because sometimes black people can act like monkeys? Black monkey!
Not quite.
No, I have a quick question though.
Yes.
Wait, that's so funny. Every time we do that, it makes me feel a different way.
Me too.
How did you get into cigars, especially on the premium side? Because one thing that I like, that's what we go to, right?
Scott. Mm-hmm.
Like you set a vibe. It's a vibe. Even the people who work there for you, it's a vibe, and they want to be of service. Because one of my criticisms, and not just of black people, but American businesses in general, I'm from the South. I have always been even last week, you were supposed to be here. What did I do?
You called me and apologized for my time.
Right.
Yeah.
And what did I tell you about time? You remember?
Yeah, told me, but we can't get that back. Right. And that you were, as a business owner, as well as myself, you wanted to be the first to apologize. Nobody from your staff or anybody called. And then you uplifted me for an hour on the phone.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. It changed my week. Thank you.
The reason why I want to say that, man, is because it just seems like, I don't know if you meant to do that or not, but it's part of the culture in your businesses to make sure that your constituents are served in the right way.
Absolutely.
Was that an idea that you came up with when you thought of going into like premium service?
Yeah, I believe so. And I've been in restaurants, and I did nightclubs, and I did all the high-end experiences. So I pride myself not only in developing staff and systems, but really just creating an atmosphere. I fancy myself as an experienced architect. Mm-hmm. You know, I know what people like, and I know how to treat them. And
excuse me, could you repeat that term?
Experienced architect.
I like it.
Said so eloquently.
Thank you. I'm the chief experience architect of my business. Yes, sir.
Have you patented that? I think I want to put that on the motherfucking shirt.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Stay in the light, okay?
Say again, I'm sorry.
You have to stay in the light.
No. Come down here with us.
Use my powers for good.
All right. Is there an address that you want to give people? A website? How can they experience your experience?
So again, we're at 301 Peters Street, Southwest, Atlanta, Georgia, 30313. We're on Instagram at HABANOS Cigar Lounge. We're on the web at www.habanoscigarsatl. We are located in, again, Castleberry Hill, which is the home of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So you can't miss us. We've got
Mr. Moody helped build that. That's family.
Yes, Mr. Moody. What another incredible individual.
Yeah.
So we're located in that neighborhood, so you won't miss us. We got a $1.8 billion neighbor right down the street. Yeah.
Can you spell Habanos for us?
$1.8 billion.
Go ahead, what you were saying, Jim?
Can you spell Habanos so they can
Yes,
find it?
Habanos, HABANOS, Cigar Lounge.
Say that again.
HABANOS, Cigar Lounge.
Where we want all the smoke. And where there's smoke, a red light district behind. Where you can personally be served with a long cigar that you can place into your mouth. No, what? Sorry. Sorry, Corey. Sorry. All right, in closing, before you leave, bro, is there any advice that you can give to young entrepreneurs who want to do something similar? Any type of advice?
Absolutely. Obviously, seek the advice of people that have experience within that realm. Get some great partners, as I have with my partner, Carl Booker, who owns Off the Hook Barbershop. 20 years in the neighborhood in Castleberry Hill. So again, Carl Booker at Off the Hook Barbershop. And my other half, mother of my children, Donna Matthews. And have a plan in place. No matter how small the business, you have to have a plan in terms of a business plan, forecasting. The numbers need to make sense. Sometimes all of that work doesn't equate to what the business becomes, but you still have to have a roadmap.
Bruce Lee once said that your plans are not always meant to be accomplished, but they do give you a beacon of light to follow you until you can figure it out. And
Absolutely.
if you don't, then you'll be all over the place, you know. What was the worst mistake you ever made in business? Something that you wish that you wouldn't have done? Anything?
Me attempting to be the accounting part of the business versus the experienced architect that I am. Yes. Find people to stay in your lane and find people that are able to do that. I think a lot of times with small businesses, you figure you can wear a lot of hats. That's not your space. Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, bro. We like to thank you for coming to the David Banter podcast, man. Thank you for being
Thank you, brother.
patient with us. Again, I'm sorry about last week, brother. I was running a little early.
I like it. That's funny.
If you know what I'm talking about. On my time, at least. But we appreciate you, man, and know that you have a home. And I know some of the other businesses that you were into, so I know that you'll have something else. If there's something special that you want to do, contact one of us, and we'll make sure that we drive people your way.
Absolutely.
We're trying to create, I guess it wouldn't be an underground railroad if I tell people we're trying to create it, but I'm just trying to create a group of good people that can count on each other when we need them, man, and we drive each other to each other's businesses and we take care of each other. Bro, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All
I
right,
appreciate
man.
your time. Thank you so much.
Guess what it's time for? Guess what it's time for?
Here we go.
It's my favorite song.
My little bro, a.k.a. Long Stroke Medulla. Long Stroke Medulla. Long Stroke Medulla. From the depths of Africa. Bro, can you get your electric guitar out now? Long Stroke Medulla. Medulla.
Parts unknown.
From parts.
Weight unknown.
I'm sorry. Regina, do I let... Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's get this
Jonathan.
back to Lee.
No.
I was ready to sing the song and then you start Long Stroke Medulla.
We gotta do it right, though. Come on,
man.
three.
I like how Regina hit that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get her to do it. Long Stroke Medulla.
Praise the Lord.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right. That's
Word is
bond. Remember how
She got you.
No, she didn't.
Remember how Zeno used to do?
No, she didn't. Oh no,
That's 10 points.
Wow.
That's 10 points. You won. You ain't got to do nothing else today. You won. You won. Just take the win. You won.
I am taking the win.
She won.
David Banner.
Hey.
3 bumps in a squirt.
Hey.
3 bumps in a squirt. 3 bumps in a squirt. Regina, Regina. 3 bumps in a squirt.
SALIH,
3 bumps in a
you
squirt.
sellout.
3 bumps in the squirt. Regina, Regina. On the back, on the back, on the floor, on the floor, on the back, on the floor. Body fucking naked. Oh, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Oh shit. Yeah. Fuck that shit. Yeah. 3 bumps in the squirt. 3 bumps in the squirt. 3 bumps in the squirt. Regina, Regina. 3 bumps in the squirt.
Are you serious?
3 bumps in the squirt.
I guess I didn't tell you to stay in the
Regina,
right time.
Regina, on the back. On the back.
Some people just don't know how to let you have your moment, Lord. It's okay.
Hey, I can't even front.
That's why you chose
You
me.
still won, though. We just had to go to the old faithful shot, but you still got 10 points in my book for that one. Since we just talking nasty, we
We
go
not
right
talking
into
nasty.
it. We is talking
Hit- let's-
nasty.
So what
We
about that
talking
music?
nasty.
What about that music, SALIH?
Hey.
Oh, we can do that.
Don't
too.
sing.
I
Don't
am.
sing.
Let's see if I can get the right key. I'll get the next one. I got it. Girl. Here we go. Y'all, why y'all looking? SALIH! Oh, did it again? Okay, here we go. Here we go. SALIH!
Hold on. Regina done kicked the dope verse. Now she feeling herself.
Right.
That, you done caught the little superstar syndrome.
I like the song.
And you brought Christianity. I'm really proud of you. You go and push your little button.
Nope.
Come on for me.
It's not
She
appropriate
won.
right now.
She won. You don't press it. You don't
I'm
need
not-
to press.
I'm
Like,
not gonna press
just take
it.
the
I
win.
have to wait for total
You gotta know when to
silence.
walk out. You gotta know when to just leave it
No,
alone.
I
Dramatic
love you
exit.
so much.
So you been listening to Kanye album?
No, I actually haven't.
Okay. Go ahead, Sully.
Yeah, I want to ask Regina this too, and if you bet not lie, you bet not lie. Since we doing today and we talking about Atlanta and everything, what's your favorite strip club and why?
I don't have one.
You never been to one.
I went to one.
Well, that's your favorite one. Then.
Actually, no, I went.
What happened?
I don't know the name.
What
of
happened when you went in there? What
And why did
It
you
was
go?
way too much.
what type of
It was a lot.
experience was architected
I was
for
traumatized.
you? Really? What'd you see?
Not much.
I know the first time I went to Atlanta
I
strip
really
club,
was
I never felt so
traumatized,
broke
though.
in my life.
What happened? I mean,
Oh,
like,
me?
where were you at? Yeah.
Oh, I was at what's the was it Magic City? The one that used to have Baller Mondays?
Yeah, Magic City.
Yeah, so we in there and everybody was coming in there. They was, so-and-so needs 6,000 ones at the DJ booth and 8 bottles of Patron, and here I am with $100 to my name, right? Like, I got more money stuck to my boots than I did in my pocket, right? So then they started to make it rain shit.
Right.
And they just busting bands and throwing $100 in the air at a time and sweeping the dollars off with a janitor's broom off the stage every 4 songs. And I was a school teacher at the time, Corey. I had like $76 to my name. And I left out of there never feeling so broke, but so smart in my fucking life, because they was blowing some dough in that motherfucker for no goddamn reason. But I just couldn't get into the food. Like, they eating chicken fingers and chicks is twerking over the plate. I could never get into that.
Say what?
They were twerking over the food.
Over the food.
Like
You
pussy.
eat it anyway.
I ain't even got a button for that. I just push all of them.
I ain't eating that.
All right,
You ain't never ate a stripper.
I'm ready to hear my song. I'm ready to hear my song. Can we? Hello.
So wait. So question. Strokers, like the strokers from my generation was always my favorite strip club, because most strip clubs I go into, it looked dark and like you're doing something wrong. Strokers back then was bright and colorful. It made it feel like you were supposed to be there. So I always like strokers. That was before they start getting robbed in the daytime, and so a lot of the pretty girls left. But like they always had very beautiful girls, limited gun wounds and stab wounds on their bodies. They was like really beautiful women.
No keloid?
No, that's what I'm saying. No.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I really loved. Like it was funny.
Lee would have really enjoyed when I had the strip pole at the house.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I prefer amateurs. I don't like professionals. Just get up there and, Stephanie, the pole's here, at your leisure.
Are you saying Stephanie literally her?
Literally, Stephanie. Do what you feel.
And Stephanie was like, what the fuck? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! She done got her some gold grills and don't fucking know how to act. Stephanie was culturally twerking. Like she did this and then she twerked. Then she went, but then she twerked. Oh, shit, son. I didn't even say that. I'm sorry. Stop everything. Oh, shit, son. All right, so that's it.
Mine's is biased.
You're done.
I'm biased. Mine body tap because I used to do security there, and I used to just I fell in love with that shit. I did that when I first moved down here. I was like, I needed to figure out a way to see how shit worked around here. So as soon as I was like, fuck that, I'm about to go do security and shit. And boy, man, it was everything in that motherfucker.
All right, Scott, it's time for the sweat check. You said that you no longer wanted the 3 pumps and a squirt song.
That's y'all's song. Y'all took my song.
So this is the sweat check for now. I was actually gonna do it today. I called Jory up. She said she didn't get off until 5, so this is Scott Parker's sweat check.
Thank you, sir. Much
I'm
appreciated.
gonna figure out a way to fuck that up too.
As usual. I want to give a shout out to the mighty Florida A&M Rattlers, #1 in black college football. We whipped Southern University's ass earlier this year. 6-1. #1 in the MEAC, #1 in black college football. What you have anything to say about that, Banter?
Snake motherfucker.
God damn. Corey, have you read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck?
I'm actually reading that now.
What do you think about it? I think it's pretty dope.
I think it's super dope. I think the way that it's written is in such a way that it's just because it sounds like it's a conversation. So it sounds like he's just talking.
Yeah. So, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, I want to give a brief synopsis of that because it's a pretty powerful book. Mm-hmm. One of the main things I took away from it, it talks about how to deal with adversity and handling hard times. Mm-hmm. And to me, the basic philosophy of the book is people try to shy away from hard times. They try to shy away from being uncomfortable. People don't want to go into those uncomfortable spaces. And we actually waste a lot of energy trying to avoid hardships and hard times and trouble.
Right.
This book says that instead of trying to run away from it, know that hard times are coming. Know that adversity is coming in advance. And also know that you're going to handle it. Mm-hmm. Because it says that adversity is what breeds character. Mm-hmm. You can't get stronger by doing nothing. You have to go through something. The strongest people you know have been through some kind of storm, some type of hardship, some type of tragedy. Mm-hmm. And, I can kind of apply that to fitness. You know what I'm saying? When the muscles are sore and burning, I don't want to get up on Thursday to do that second workout. You just have to push through and do it. Why? Because you know you're going to be stronger on the other side. Mm-hmm. That works in fitness and that works in life too. Like right now, my father's sick. He's got kidney disease. And I know when he leaves this earth, it's going to crack me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I also know I'm going to make it through that. And when I make it through that, I'll be strong on the other side. Mm-hmm. So that thought carries me through those hard times.
When Scott used to train me, he would bust out, like, let's say if we were going to work out an hour, the last 10 minutes, he would throw, the punching bag on the ground, and he would be like, attack the motherfucking punching bag. He's like, imagine if you've been out and you've been drinking, and somebody tried to jump on you. Like, if you're tired or you've been working all day, like, you have to put those things in and you have to train to be uncomfortable because life is not easy.
Yeah, they're not going to give you no time to warm up and loosen your lower back up. If somebody attack you, you just got to go. Mm-hmm. And if you just have that in your mind in advance, if some shit pop off, I'm fucking going.
Bro, you remember that time you taught me how to hold a knife to side? Scott said you cut his neck, you bring it down and slash across this line, then you cut his balls off, and then you come back and punch him in the face. Like, I like this guy.
We had to get this done quick, Corey. We ain't no time to be tired. I'm a 165-pound bodyguard. We got to get this done in a hurry. You feel me? I'm going right to the jugular vein.
Regina, you ready?
Let's go, Regina.
Let me tell you, oh, Regina.
Hey, shit.
Thank you, Scott, for holding back. Thank you so much, Mr.
I got your back, Regina.
All about asses, yeah. Regina on these hoes, Regina on these hoes, Regina's on these hoes. Take off your motherfucking clothes. I mean, sell your clothes. I mean, talk about clothes.
Hey, this week I'd like to talk about a company by the name of Thick Skin, a black designer with tactical fashion.
Tactical fashion.
Come on, introduce yourself.
Bro,
I'm gonna give it to my brother Scott, who introduced me to this wonderful line.
So this is Mike Tyree. Mike Tyree owns a company called Thick Skin. He makes bulletproof vests that are also fashionable.
That's why you was trying to get my...
Would you just let us do the...
Oh.
No,
Damn. You always got to jump the fucking gun. This is Regina's segment.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Mine.
So he does tactical fashion in the way of bulletproof vests. Mike, tell us a little bit about your company, brother.
Well, we've been in business about almost 2 years, and you know, it really started as just idea, shot in the dark. People was like, you know, I was like sitting on the train one day, and
before we sitting on the train, let me just give a little bit more background. Mike is in law enforcement, okay. So he was on the train doing undercover work on the MARTA train.
Yeah. So I was sitting on the train, and really the undercover work was just, you know, making sure people ain't bugging out on the train, basically. So I'm just sitting there, and we had some mass shootings like that summer, and on the train. So in other countries. So I'm sitting there and I'm doing kind of like, you know, yo, if somebody come in here and start busting, at least 3 people gonna die before I can do anything. Yeah. And so I'm just like, and at the same time, you know, there was a lot of mistaken police shootings.
What do you mean by mistaken shootings?
I'm gonna say that they were unlawful killings.
Right.
Even, you know, procedural wise. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm the only one here that can take a bullet, and nobody knows it because I got my vest under my clothes. And I was like, if us blacks are the only ones mistakenly getting killed now, like, why don't we wear vests? Why can't we all just be able to take a bullet? I was like, it's gotta be illegal. And I look it up, I'm like, man, it's not, it's under the Second Amendment right. The right to protect yourself.
Right.
And then I was like, it's because it looks crazy. It's because when we walk into a building and we like, and we don't even want that interaction with any enforcement if we just trying to protect ourselves, right? So I said, if I make this look good and not intimidating, I think I got something.
Right.
And I can change the conversation. Like I said, the boy or the man that takes that cell phone out of his pocket, gets 2 to the center mass, and now can testify on his own behalf. That's a totally different conversation.
That's true.
And so I just started thinking about names. I'm like, I'm doing it. Now I'm like, I'm doing it. I've never sold in my life. I'm like, I don't care. I'll figure it out. I remember that when I was young, you know, I was telling Scott, I said, I remember when I was real young, I asked my mom, yo, where's that thread from the bottle coming from? From the bottom, rather, coming from. She was like, oh, that's the bobbin needle. I was like, how do I put that in there? And she just showed me. And just so happened, all of that came back to me now that I have this idea. And, you know, I just realized that the perfect name came to me as far as Thick Skin, because I was like, you know, we need to have thick skin
in every type of way, actually. Right.
Even myself, you know what I mean? Is, you know, I don't want to say, you know, I failed, but, you know, I've had times where I wanted to be like, yo, you know what? Man, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Like, I was never, you know, that's my brother over there. He's my partner, you know, my brother in God. You know, we met each other policing, and just so happens, you know, he called me. What?
Go ahead, Virginia.
He called me.
Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on.
He said he's his brother in God.
Praise the Lord.
My brother in God.
You lost now. See that? You supposed to let that. I told you to leave it alone and just take your 10.
Let's finish.
And yeah, you know, and I had told everybody, I was like, yo, I'm doing this full time. It's like I'm quitting this job. I never liked policing. It was survival, but what I had planned for myself and what God had planned for me was totally different. I had to do that to actually be able to have the knowledge to even do this right, do this the right way. And my brother called me, and he was like, yo, I'm trying to get on to another department. I said, I'm not there anymore. He said, so what we doing? I said, man, I'm selling these vests. I sent him a couple pictures. I sent him my website. He was like, well, shit, this is what I'm doing too.
So how can people buy them? What's your website? How's everything going with it right now?
Well, it's going well. We had a meeting, you know, because we have different corporate suit type vests. So, you know, security is really...
Is this one of the pieces that he's wearing right here?
Yeah, those are one of the pieces.
You can't even tell. That's tactical.
Yeah,
Let's see that piece.
Yeah, that's why he came.
So those of you all who are just listening to us on the podcast, bro looked like he got a straight up suit on, but it's actually a vest, like a bulletproof vest.
Yeah. What type of rounds can your product handle?
44 Magnum rounds.
On down?
On down. And it's stab proof, which is a lot of vests are not stab proof.
I saw this bro on IG the other day with a tactical fighting knife stabbing himself in the chest just to prove that these shits work. So,
well, bro, so how can somebody get one now?
Yeah, so you go to thickskin.com.
Spell it.
THYKSKYNN.
One more time.
THYKSKYNN.
You got any samples?
Yeah, I got some samples here. These is all female samples.
Let's get Regina in one.
All right, I got one for you.
Shit, Regina.
And I got the Kevlar in this one, so she won't say, she can tell you how light it is.
No, it's not that heavy either. Here we go.
And of course, this isn't her sizes. You know what I mean? So I've got a little excess, but all right, babe. That's the gist of that. And the hood.
And the hoodie.
Right.
She looked like what's that video game I played?
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
How did you get the idea to put hoods on the vest?
So the hoodie came from the Trayvon Martin. Okay. You know, because that was the whole. He got shot because he was wearing a hood. He looked threatening.
Right. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Get close to the mic.
Okay.
When you eat soup, what do you ever eat anything else with the soup to help you? Like, is there what?
Bread.
Bread and what else?
Meat. Crackers.
Crackers! Dusty ass motherfucking crackers! every episode I try to find a way for somebody to say crack. I ain't want to get you in there, man. He go back to work and be like, hey, what you eat your soup with?
This is all I do now.
Oh, well, shit, fuck it.
Fuck them.
This is work.
Yeah, fuck them. That's it.
Shit, motherfucker, like hell no. Shit, motherfucker, like hell no. These dusty ass crackers can suck my balls. Shit, motherfucker, like hell no. These dusty ass crackers can suck my balls. Suck my balls. All right.
I cannot.
But you know, I met this brother last year. And it just so happened that I was on the Millennium Tour, and someone had threatened my life. And it just so happened I met him, you know, right in that time frame, and I had like 40 shows to go, and the person was on the tour. I won't say his name, but he actually threatened my life. So I was talking to him, and somebody forwarded me a site and like, yo, you know anybody that might want these vests? I looked at the site, like, yeah, I want one. So I wore his vest for the entire Millennium Tour except for the first 4 shows. I got one on now, you can't even tell. Got one on right now. You can't. That's how concealed they are. Got it on right now. So it's a quality product. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to understand, that before you can, you know, people look for hookups and look for favors, but the product has to be quality. Right. But before we let them get out of here, we got one more quality piece we want to show.
You a big kid, bro.
That's a weak drum roll right there.
Yeah.
So, big dog, I linked up with you.
Dope.
With your boys, man.
That's so fucking dope.
Caught you with one.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Hey y'all, just so y'all, those of you all who are listening to us on the podcast, y'all know my logos and y'all know what I stand for, the red, black, and green. He made me the dopest, bro, with the ABV patch on it, with the Marcus Garvey red, black, and green patch, and then he got the Black Fist logo on the back of it. Hey, bro, thank you so.
Oh, dope. Let me borrow that.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you, bro.
Definitely.
Hey, man, make sure that you come up to the office next week, bro. Me and you talk. We got some talking to do, man.
Definitely.
And get close to the mic. I want to tell you something really important. First of all, I am proud of the fact that you created something from the unseen. What our children don't know, if you want to be a multi-millionaire or a billionaire, you must bring things from the unseen that no one has ever seen before. And although people do understand that vests have been created, but to have them in the way that they're practical to everybody and they're gender specific to our people, bro, so you can keep our people alive, I'm very, very, very proud of you, man.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Anytime you got something that you need to sell, bro, you got a home here, bro. And as your company grows, come back again and come back and talk to us. And it's always good. One thing I do like about the people that's around me, including Regina, what fighting style you know, Regina? You praying mantis? What? Why you laughing, man?
Because you said praying mantis. That can't be what it is.
It is.
It is praying mantis.
It is praying mantis.
It is.
See, you always think somebody, that's you. You always think somebody teasing somebody. That is her fighting style, seriously. Like everybody around me is trained in some form of fighting. Lee's nigga street shooting style, AK-47s. That's what he, specialize in, just niggerdom. He's not tactical at all. It's just as many bullets as we can spray in the direction that the person is in is Lee's fighting style. No, but for real, everybody that's around us, and the fact that you did this to keep our children, our people, our family, and our women alive, bro, we applaud you, dog.
Yes.
Thank you for coming to the David Banter Podcast.
Thank you. And for the women, it's pretty light. It's lighter than my backpack. It's dope.